Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our free necklace night. I'm Jennifer Keller. I'm an executive company vice president with Park Lane, and I'm here with the amazing division leader, Jackie Miller. And we're just looking forward to just kind of having a conversation about all the things tonight, a little bit about direct sales, about Park Lane, about our team Sparkle, and just to see what you think. So if you are just hopping on with us, make sure that you say hi in the comments. We love people on live. Let us know if you're watching live or on replay, and be sure to tag your stylist, because just for watching tonight, you get in a drawing for a free necklace. And that is one way to make sure that you get in that drawing, is to let her know that you're here. So make sure you tag her, whether you're watching live or replay, and let her know that you're here. So I thought we'd just start with a little, walk down memory lane. So Jackie and I have known each other for at least 20 plus years, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think close to 25, believe it or not. Of course, when we were 12, right?
I was just going to say that.
See? Because you remember that too, when we were 12, right?
Yes, I do. So Jackie and I met each other when we both joined our previous company. And so we have years and years of working in this direct sales space. So I'm curious, if you're watching, drop a 1 in the chat if you have ever done any kind of direct sales. Because I'll ask Jackie her story in a second. But the quick backstory on me is I got into this 25 years ago. My daughter was 11 months old. And I really got into it just to earn some money to pay for the extras. And I remember the first big extra that I was using my jewelry money for was preschool. And I think we needed to make like $300 a month. And that was it. I had no dream of building a big business. I just thought this would be something kind of fun to do on the side. I was working as a CPA. And so I just thought, yeah, why not just try it? So I got in and just started, working to make that $300 a month. And I look back now over the past 25 years, and this little jewelry business went on to pay for not only just preschool, but private tuition for both my kids all the way through college. It paid for my daughter's wedding last year. And I just say that because we have stylists on our team that do get in to make $300 a month, and that's all they need. And that's great. But we have others that get in and they didn't realize it at the time, but they are building a big business. So you can do whatever you want. So Jackie, tell them a little bit about how you got into this industry.
Okay. Well, so it's kind of funny. Similar to Jen, my background is also accounting. So did that whole corporate accounting, public accounting, that whole thing. And at the time, my boys were 3 and 6. And I had left a part-time job to be able to, this is even before our previous company, just to kind of be around when my son started school. And don't you know, the person that I was working with ended up selling his company. So I didn't have anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get through the summer. Well, I had a party for one of my good friends, a jewelry party. And then literally that night, she's like, why don't you do this? And I'm like, oh no, I could never do anything. I mean, as far as jewelry goes, I knew it was like gold, silver, and pearls. I was not a jewelry person, but I thought to myself, she made about $500 last night at my house. I'm like, I think I could maybe do this. So I thought, I talked to her a little bit, and she was again saying that we didn't have any quotas and I could do as little or as much as I want. And I thought, if I do a few of these things a month, I mean, I will say I was going to go back to do the accounting. So I was looking for about $1,000 a month. Mm-hmm. And I didn't go back because, that was going really well. And then, full disclosure for those that are listening and you're thinking about different direct sales, our previous company did close about 4.5 years ago. And then I remember I didn't really think I was going to do anything. And I saw Jen. She just kind of jumped on Facebook, like some of you have already seen her on her page. And she's like, I'm going to be doing this. I'll never forget it. I'm going to be doing this Park Lane thing. But you know what? We have fires and I need to evacuate. And I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing? So I reached out to her and, full disclosure, as Jen said, we've known each other for over 20 years. I trusted her. I knew she was incredible. And we thought, this will be a fun way to keep in touch.
Yeah.
And, here we are almost 5 years later, and it's been incredible. Everything I thought, and Actually, I don't know what to think, but it has been more than I ever imagined. I can say that for sure.
Well, and didn't you just retire? And now
I
this is your job in retirement? Because we have a
Yes,
lot of
this is
ladies in that retirement phase of life. I think that's so awesome. Like, not everybody wants to retire and pick up golf, you know?
yeah. I love it where I can do it definitely my pace, and now this is my time to do it. I love it. Yeah.
That's great. Well,
Goodbye accounting. Hello, full-time Park Lane.
yes, that is. I forgot that we both did accounting, and accounting is fine, but accounting is not as much fun as jewelry.
It
So
is
we know
not.
that's
It
for
is
true.
not.
Well, I love that she said, that's so sweet too, that basically when she joined Park Lane, she just followed me and she trusted me. But I did do some research for all of us. So just so you know, I did not jump into Park Lane just because it seemed shiny and pretty and that kind of thing. So when our previous company closed, and I did think for a minute, maybe I'm done. Maybe I'm done with direct sales because the thought of starting over seemed overwhelming. And then I realized no, we rely on the money. So now I could either go work for somebody else, which I'm not a fan of when you've been working for yourself for 20 years. And I like this industry. I like the flexibility that you can work this around what you want to do. And, you have these women that join your team and they start as stylists and then they become friends. And I love that whole community part of it. So I thought, okay, I'm not done with direct sales. And I already know how to do jewelry, so I probably want to stick with jewelry. So I looked at a few different companies, kind of lined them up, and there were several reasons why I thought Park Lane was the best. One was they've been around for 70 years, and I want a company that has some roots and foundation and that has been through some stuff. Like they've literally been through wars and recessions and pandemics, and they are still a debt-free, cash-rich company. I also love that they are a family business. Our previous company was very family centered too. And I love that part of it. It's kind of what helps build the community. So with Park Lane, the three brothers that run Park Lane, they're the second generation and the third generation is coming up right behind them. And they're very involved. I feel like they know me. I feel like I have relationships with them and I know how much they care about the people involved in Park Lane. So the family part really struck with me too. And then I think just the third thing was what they offered. Like I could not believe all the programs that they offered. And especially when they said at the beginning, when I was talking to them, that they were debt free. And I thought, well, how in the world are you doing all these things? And a big component of it is they have only taken a 2% profit for themselves from the beginning, which means they have 98% to pour back into their home office, to pour back into the field. So we benefit from all of that. So sometimes we talk about the perfect trifecta of they have something for customers, hostesses, and stylists. So like Jackie, tell them about the sale. You all probably already know about the sale, but in case we have someone new, tell them about the sale.
You know what? And I will say, I remember, how you can sometimes say, I know when I heard this. I remember sitting at where I was working before, and Jen was telling me, okay, so you buy two pieces. So just to kind of backtrack, and as Jen said, some of you probably know this, the first two pieces that you purchase are at full price. Then you buy 4 items at half price. But the best part that we love, and you don't find this out in the department stores and your other favorite stores, your first two pieces are your least expensive.
Yeah.
So you grab those, $28, $34 pieces, and then it unlocks I'm like, what am I wearing? The 60 some dollar piece, that type of thing for half price. And then of course we have our bonus when you get your cart, it's usually to 90, but we have our amazing bonuses as well. And the fact too, ladies, what is I think is amazing, and this we didn't have before, is the fact that you get paid on your half price items.
Yeah.
That I vividly remember Jen telling me, and I was very, very surprised because if we wanted to give somebody a discount in our prior company, it was just right from our profit and then we didn't make anything else. But I love the fact that we also make money on our customer sale. It's just genius. And definitely, and I remember, as I think of different things too, it just tells me again how brilliant and smart they are with their marketing and all of those things. And to think back in 2020, when we first started, it was their best year, and they're continuing to grow all the time.
I know, like I must talk about that sale multiple times a week and it does not get old because I think that is the most brilliant marketing I've ever heard. And what it does too is it takes away the objection that our jewelry is expensive. Because if I didn't know about the sale and I just flipped through the catalog, I would think it was expensive. But when you understand the sale, it makes sense. And like even like my poor sweet husband, he'll take a catalog every once in a while to work. And I'm like, don't forget to tell him about the sale. And he's like, I know, 2 and 4. Like, he knows it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
you cannot give anybody a catalog without telling them about the sale.
Exactly.
So that does make it a lot of fun. And I think it builds trust with our customers because they're not expecting it. And I'm sure Jackie's had this happen too, where someone will come up to me and they'll say, okay, I'll take, these earrings and that necklace. And I'm like, okay, I can write those two up. But if you want, like these, for example, these little glow earrings are 42. So for example, if you want to grab these also in silver, you can get that necklace at half price and you're actually going to save money. Like I can do that all day long. It's so much fun.
That is our magic math at the best.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then, Jackie and I have stuck with jewelry over the years and I like jewelry and I was not a jewelry wearer before, but I like jewelry just as a product. So Jackie, tell them, what do you love about selling jewelry and tell them about all the jewelry that Park Lane comes out with.
Okay, so I do love, because I look at it as we are walking, talking advertisements for sure of our business. How many times have we said we've walked in somewhere and it's like, I love your necklace. It's a great way to spark up a conversation. I love the fact that it is a great gift item. Birthdays, Mother's Day, we have the holidays coming up, which is like, makes this just an amazing time to get started with. Everybody wants to get, whether it's a little stocking stuffer or something for the teacher, the kids, whatever it may be. So I love the fact with jewelry being a great gift item. And as you said, I also love that we have a little something for everybody. What I say a lot of times at my shows, I say whether you're getting something for your grandmother or your teenage daughter, we have it all covered everywhere in between. We have such a wide variety of styles. So, we have a lot of, like I said, the small and dainty, the big and the bold and on trend. And we have a little something for everybody. Those designer inspired looks, which again, I'm similar to Jen, and I really was not I think I maybe could say one or a couple jewelry designers prior to this. I'm like, who is that again? But it is amazing to think when we now then go look and think, oh my goodness, they're selling that for how many thousands of dollars and ours is $78 or whatever it may be. It's incredible. Also love, as far as we always have something coming out. We have our 2 big lines that come out in January and July, full new catalogs. But if you have been with your stylist, we have those fun little style drops that come out weekly. So what's great is it just gives you a chance to get in front of your customers again with new things. You probably know, if you do, we just had our Western Luxe capsule that just came out. So they are dropping new jewelry for us to be able to get with our customers and share. Maybe, I guess the capsules are maybe like 8 to 10-ish type weeks. So there's always something coming out. So it's just that reason to go back and say, you are not going to believe what just dropped. So it's always kind of fun that they do come out with the jewelry all the time.
They do. And so the style drop. So this is our style drop that came out with the Western Luxe. And customers know that like this one, for example, customers can grab for $40 with a $40 purchase. And if you have repeat customers, they are trained to know that this is going to sell out. Like I haven't even checked this morning, so I'm hoping it's still there. But this will sell out probably in the next week for sure, because they're designed that way. They're discounted and it creates kind of that sense of urgency. That Western Luxe that just dropped that Jackie mentioned, do you know, I think Park Lane is just so like on trend with what is current. And maybe I'm just paying attention more because of the Western Luxe that dropped, but I'm getting emails from Anthropologie. It's all Western. Like this is exactly what is happening right now. And then the other thing they offer too are Sparkle Boxes. And Sparkle Boxes is a monthly subscription that stylists and customers can get. And every month it's a surprise. And I just love that all these things give you a reason to get back in front of your customers and say, this is what's new. And this is exciting. It keeps the energy high. It keeps us excited, which keeps them excited. And I think ultimately keeps your business moving forward. So that's a little bit what they do for customers. And then, for hostesses, we are definitely a party planned company. And I love that because, both of us, we sell a lot of jewelry in our VIP groups, and we have a lot of repeat customers, which is great. But your parties are where you're going to meet new people. And that's what's going to keep your business moving forward. And I know when I was looking at Park Lane, it really got my attention that they had such a good hostess program. Because in our previous company, it was starting to change a little bit, not quite as good as it once was. And we came into Park Lane and we're like, wow, this is really generous. So tell them what hostesses get, Jackie.
Sure. So hostesses can start off with their thank you item, which is one of I call them my big ticket items they can get for $35. They can get 4 items at half price. But let's get to the best part. They want to know how much they can get for free. So what's great is that Park Lane gives our hostesses $20 in free jewelry credit for every order up to 9. And then we call it the magic 10, because once then you get that 10th order, that gets your hostess $400. Say that twice, $400. If somebody said, oh, do this little bit of work and you get $400 of free jewelry. I mean, it's incredible. And what I also love is I understand everybody's in, a different financial budget, things like that. But whether, a customer wants to order from a hostess, a $40 order or a $240, the hostess gets the same. So I think that really, they love that. They don't mind saying, hey, do you want to grab that extra pair, or, asking when it gets close, because ladies, we will tell you, I know Jen and I have both had this happen. You're going to have the hostess, and maybe you could be one of those that maybe did 7 or 8 orders. And we're like, that is great. You have $160 for these 8 orders. But you know what? Just go out and reach out to a couple of the ladies who were catching the replay, and 2 more orders will jump you to that $400. Happens all the time. And I know hostesses love it. Oh, it's great to partner. And that's kind of how we always say we are partnering with our hostesses to help them get the most that they can get for free. Yeah. It's amazing.
And you can have parties so many different ways, like
Absolutely.
we used to do them all in person, and then COVID, and then we did them all online, and now you can do both, and you can do fundraisers and vendor events. And I'm setting up at my local wine bar next week. So there's so many different ways that you can do this, which I think then makes it really an opportunity for anybody, whether you're working full time, you have little kids, big kids, all those things, because you get to decide how much you want to work and in what format. So,
absolutely.
All right. Customers, hostesses, and then let's finish with what they do for stylists. So as a stylist with Park Lane, you make a 30% commission on all your sales. If you decide you want to build a team, it's optional, but that is where you can go from 30% on your own sales up to 50%. And in Park Lane, you never go backwards. You never lose your title. You never lose your commission rate. So if you want to build a team, and then of course you can earn commissions on your team as well, that starts at that first level of leadership. One thing that Jackie and I both really liked is they have a unique program they call Direct to Point, where Park Lane recognizes and respects previous direct sales leadership experience. So I know I asked at the beginning, drop a 1 if you've ever done any kind of direct sales. Well, if that experience, whether it's something you do now or something you did even 10 or more years ago, if that was leadership experience, make sure you let your stylist know. Because what they did for Jackie and I, because we both came with leadership experience, is they started us at a higher level, basically equal to where we were. And it's so validating. It's kind of like, if you were a lawyer and you changed firms, the new firm is not going to make you start as being a paralegal. You've got all that experience. So I love that they recognize that. It just felt so good for them to do that. And then they can, start you at a higher level. So I don't know what that would look like for you, but definitely talk to your stylist if you fall into that category. In addition to making money, you can earn an unlimited amount of free jewelry. So you can always be the hostess of your own party. We do that all the time. We open our own party link. We collect 10 orders. We submit it. We collect our $400 free. We open a new party link. It's all good. Tell them about the trips and especially about the very first one that you just earned.
Yes, I'm so excited. So, yes, Park Lane offers our stylists, us the stylists, 2 all expense paid trips a year. They usually do like a toes in the sand, a European one. And I will tell you, I am a beach girl. So, not that I've never been to Europe, but I am thrilled that come February, my husband and I are going to be going to Cancun for 5 days. Just even saying it out loud, I have goosebumps. So it is going to be incredible, all inclusive. It's at this 5-star resort, and I cannot wait. So, and I love the fact too that they are going to pay for our airfare. They are going to, it's not like, oh, you have to get here and see what, we'll take it from here. I love that they pay it all. And I love, yeah, it's just incredible. So they usually do 2 a year. Like I said, usually there's like a beach one and then Europe. I know there's one we have coming up. What is it? Switzerland, right? That's where that's coming up.
We just got back from Switzerland.
You just got back. That's right. See, I don't care because no, of course I care. I'm kidding. But yes. And you know what I also love is, I was still working accounting when I won this. I didn't, we go in February, but I didn't retire until late spring, May or June. And I was able to earn this because I was still doing some accounting part-time while I was doing that. So that's the best part too, is it's not necessary, whether you're working, you're not working, you can earn these trips. And I think that's really important for everybody to know that it's not just maybe, high executive VP leaders and everybody. So even being on this call, everybody can earn a trip. Yes.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Jackie to go on her first one. I mean, and once you earn them, Jackie, you got to keep earning them because we're going to get to see each other. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes. I know Matt and she knows my husband. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I know, we're going to have a great time. And I'll just say, because I have been on the European trips that Park Lane does, like their first class trips, like you are staying in 4 and 5 star. I think when we went to Dublin last year, it was a 5-star intercontinental hotel. When we went to Paris, I could see the Eiffel Tower from my hotel room. Like it is first class all the way. Like it's unbelievable how well they treat us on these trips. So if you like to travel, like I love to travel, you're going to want to go for these trips. And then there's also a Mercedes car program. If you would like to drive a Mercedes or just take a cash bonus, you can start earning that at the first level of leadership. They have a fundraiser opportunity where if you do a fundraiser for a 501c, Park Lane will donate 50% of the sales directly to that organization, and you get paid your commission on the other 50%. We talked about the free jewelry. Oh, in addition to being your own hostess, oh my gosh, if you are a carrot chasing type of person, which we are, they have incentives all the time where you can just earn stuff. Like sometimes I get jewelry in the mail and I can't even remember what I did to earn the jewelry that I'm looking at. So every month they have a program where you can earn over $1,100 in free jewelry from them, where you can pick it out. And in the beginning, you're adding that jewelry to your kit and, what you want to show at your parties. But when you do that consistently, you will get to the point where you have so much jewelry. Like right now, I can say I have so much jewelry. I give it away like candy. Like I give it to my VIP groups. I give it to stylists. I carry jewelry with me when I travel. I give a lot to flight attendants. I give a lot to servers at a restaurant. Like it's just fun to feel like Santa Claus with all this jewelry. So if you like to give or you like to earn jewelry, this could be your thing. And then the last thing just with Park Lane is just how much it costs to get started. And there's 3 different packages. The first one is you can start for $129. And right now through Wednesday, you can get $600 in jewelry with that. You can do a middle package, $229 and get $1,100. You can do $439 and get $2,100. It does not matter to us which package you choose. We train everybody exactly the same way. But what I love about even the $129 is that is such a affordable way to just see if you like it. Like we're heading into the holiday season. And we actually run a pretty consistent business year round, but there's just something about that golden quarter that we're heading into where people are just a little bit happier to shop because they need gifts, and jewelry is the #1 gift item in the world. So those are our three packages. And then as far as, getting you up and running, this is where we get to talk about our Team Sparkle and how much we love this and how proud we are of our team. So Jackie, tell them a little bit about our Team Sparkle.
Well, Chris, I should start and say like how fabulous we are, but we are just two of the fabulous ladies. There are hundreds and hundreds of fabulous ladies. I mean, it's incredible when I think, and for some of you that maybe if you've had direct sales experience or not, I hear all the time from other ladies maybe coming in that have been somewhere else. They are just amazed at the support, the encouragement, the training that we give on a regular basis. For example, we have weekly huddles. They're during the day, but what's great, we have trainings in the evening and everything is recorded. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I missed something. Everything's recorded. We have graphics. I always jokingly say, again, I was an accountant. I could do a mean Excel spreadsheet, but please don't ask me to make the cute graphic with the jewelry and the girls. That is just not my thing, but that's okay because we all come together as a team and someone else is great at that. So our team takes care of that. Jen and our team take care of that for you. Yeah, and I think we just have an incredible onboarding system to get you up and running. What we always like to say, and I know I say this a lot when I have new ladies coming on the team, you might feel like, yes, you're in business for yourself. You can do as little or as much as you want, but you will never be by yourself. You will have, we have even message groups where people help everybody, on your team. So I just want you to think, especially maybe if somebody's listening and they're thinking, well, gosh, I don't have that type of experience that maybe we had. I have ladies on my team that never did any type of experience like this, and they have already promoted once, twice in the last 6 or 8 months. So there's definitely room if this is something you want to do, and we will get you started and get you off to a great start.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's funny because you said when you started about how others have told you there's so much support here. And I hear that same thing, that there's just a lot of support on our team. And it's funny because we're not trying to do something special. This is just how we are. I think it's how we were raised in our previous company for 20 years that has built such a foundation of that's just how we do things. That's what we are. So all that to say, we are going to wrap this up. If we did not answer a question, please tag us or tag your stylist and ask. We so appreciate your time this evening. And just some final instructions to get into the drawing for the free necklace. You're going to want to fill out a quick survey. I will put the survey link on this post when we're done, and fill that out. And at the bottom, it's going to ask you for a secret word. It's always the hardest part of the night. So the secret word is, let's just go with sparkle. I haven't used that one in a while. We're just going to go with sparkle. Put that on there. And if you're catching the replay, just make sure you fill it out by Monday night, and then the drawing will be on Tuesday. So thank you all for being here. Thanks, Jackie, for doing this with me. We hope you have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.